Clinical child psychologist, Dr. Janine Hubbard. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So, Dr. Hubbard, many people have been experiencing these flashbulb memories this week. What are they and why are many of us experiencing them?
Well, a flashbulb memory is a particularly vivid memory where you can almost visualize, like taking a snapshot, where you were, who you were with, when you heard a particular piece of news or information. In particular, anything that was dramatic, that was unexpected, and that had a lot of emotions tied into it. We talk historically about where were you when you heard JFK was shot or 9/11. Those are kind of typical examples of flashbulbs. But right now, with the 1 year anniversary, a lot of us are having those flashbulb moments to this time last year. And when was it that you heard information? When was it that oh, this is actually really serious, kind of solidified for you? And it's been really interesting discussions, and I encourage you to have those with your friends and family this weekend.
So we've now reached the 1 year anniversary of the COVID-19 pandemic being declared. And for many of us, life is far from normal or even that promised new normal. So what have we learned in the past year? And what can we expect to feel in the months ahead?
Oh my goodness, we could spend days talking about what we've learned. I mean, we've learned the value of social connections. We've learned the importance of good internet access. We've learned the importance of financial stability. But if I had to pick one, it's looking at the importance of mental health, because this is something that this year that has taken such a beating. It's something we've all experienced struggles with, and we are going to continue to struggle with, even as things, quote unquote, become more normal. We have research, for example, people who've been through critical illnesses, and actually they wind up experiencing more anxiety and depression after the big crisis is over. And we're really concerned that we may see people whose resources are already depleted really struggling over the next year or so.
You know, and I've been hearing a lot of people, of course, we heard the new news about schools today. There are a lot of high school students now pretty disappointed, to put it mildly, about not being able to get back into the classroom next week. We have people who usually go on vacation this time of year. They know that it's probably going to be not just a couple of months from now, but probably a whole year later. So how do we kind of cope with all of those things that are probably going on in one household right now?
I think embracing as much as you can, setting some short-term goals, some short-term things to be excited about. Maybe you were one of the people last summer who discovered gardening. Well, start planning, do the short-term things. And yes, take a look at those travel websites or whatever it is that long-term has you excited, because it's still important to remember that life is going to look different. It's not immediately going to bounce back, but at some point we're going to be able to re-embrace a lot of those things that are so important to us. And a lot of that is going to be able to be reaching out to friends and loved ones and just giving hugs. I know personally.
Wouldn't that be nice again?
Really looking forward to.
And on another topic, we enter daylight saving time this weekend. Is it true that there are a number of negative side effects related to the changing of those clocks?
Believe it or not, there are some known short-term negative side effects because we know that people are a little sleep deprived. It's kind of like the entire population having a little bit of jet lag. So there are stats that show the first couple of days post time change, increase in car accidents, increase in workplace accidents, just difficulties with focus and concentration. So if you can do nothing else over these next couple of days, start working on getting up that little bit earlier, especially I'm thinking about all of those kids who are going to be going back to school in person on Thursday. They've been used to rolling out of bed and moving over to the computer, let alone the additional commute plus the additional time change. So I know, sorry guys, start getting them up a little bit earlier to get them ready so those first few days aren't quite so painful.
Dr. Janine Hubbard, thank you so much. I cannot wait for the time when you can actually be here in person again, because I miss seeing you.
Likewise, I can't wait. The energy will be through the roof, I think.
All right, take care. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.